Hi, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me here. Today I'm going to be doing this eyeshadow combination over here, which is a mix of mostly pinks and purples. I do have a light brown in there as well as a base color. And then I'm also going to be doing my lips with you, and we're going to do a light purple, like lilac look kind of on my lips. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Before we get started, make sure you do all the things here. So make sure you subscribe to my channel if you have not already subscribed, like this video, and drop me a comment down below if you are watching and tell me what you think about this combination. So we're going to go ahead and get started right away. So let's start with the lip combination first today. So like I said, it's going to be lilac based. So for starters, we're going to put on a little bit of lip primer. Lip primer is going to keep your lipstick, your lip liner, and your lip gloss, whatever it is that you're wearing, on so much longer. And it's also going to prevent lip wrinkles. So first step, lip primer. Second, actually, while we're at the primers, let me put on my eye primer too. So I'm going to put on just a little bit of it. This is the eye primer. So just a tiny bit will do. Just make sure to cover your entire eye here. So it's amazing. Just a little bit goes a long ways, but I want you to make sure that you're covering your entire eyelid. If you have not put on your eyebrow makeup too, you can always put this up in your eyebrow so that your eyebrow makeup stays on all day long as well. So make sure you get it down here in this kind of like little crevice area, the entire lid. We want to make sure it's all covered with eye primer because it's going to make your makeup stay on so much longer. So it's going to help you out big time. So eye primer and lip primer. Next, let's go in with the lip liner. The lip liner I'm going to use today is light nude. It is my favorite color. I love light nude. It works under anything you want to be a nude or natural, but then also any other color combinations that you want to put together. So like today, I'm doing a lilac. There's no lilac lip liner that we have, but this one makes a really great lip liner for underneath some of those colors that they don't have necessarily a matching lip liner. So light nude, I'm going to outline my lips. You can see it's just so nice and natural. It matches my coloring. There's also a medium nude and there is also a deep nude. So you can find a nude that matches your coloring perfect as well. Again, these little, get those little V's up here. All right, you can do a little bit of fill-in. The fill-in's not super important since it's not going to be the color that I'm mainly focusing on today. So again, that was light nude. Now I'm going to put over the top of it Luminous Lilac. I love this lipstick. I remember when I opened it, I was like, ooh, that looks bright. That looks, I don't know how I feel about that. I was like, purple on my lips. I had no clue that how I was going to feel about this, but I love the way it goes on. It goes on so nice and light, so nice, and it's so much more natural than it looks in the container. So let me show you. It's got a little shine to it too. It's like a light, pretty, lilac-y. It almost has like a pink tint to it too, but it's so pretty on. It's not at all scary or anything like that. So if you're one of those people, you're like, I like a little bit of color on my lips, but I don't like a ton of color on my lips, this is a lipstick that you might just love. All right, so again, Luminous Lilac, it has a shine to it. It's a semi-shine. It's gonna stay on really nice because it is one of those regular lipsticks, so the semi-shine and the semi-matte lipsticks stay on really a nice long time, especially with the lip primer on first and a lip liner that is just setting your lips up for a good day's worth of shining. Next, I'm going to put on a little bit of lip gloss over the top. So this is Sheer Illusion. I like this Sheer Illusion. You can always go with a berry too if you wanted to kind of really pull out the berry, the lilac colors here, but I don't. I want to leave it just the way it is. I love the color, the light nude lip liner with the Luminous Lilac over the top. So all I want to do is just add a little bit of shine, add a little bit of shimmer. So I'm going to add this Sheer Illusion, which is kind of like a pearly iridescent. I'm just going to add this right over the top. It's not going to change the color or anything. All it's going to do is just give it that shine and that shimmer. So that's my lip combination today. So tell me what you think. Tell me what you think down below about this lip combination. And we're going to go ahead and dive into the eyeshadow combination now. So to get started with my eyeshadow, I'm going to use my all over eyeshadow blending brush, and I'm going to use first the hazelnut, which is right here. So it's a light brown matte color. And I'm just going to put that right in my crease line. This is just going to be kind of my starting blending color today. So right in my crease line, I'm just gonna add a little bit more. And you can tell over here, you can't really see it, but it really just acts as that first blending color and that base color to get us started. So also I love hazelnut because it's so nice and neutral and nice and natural. It's not anything that's crazy. It's not too dark. So almost anybody can use this as a nice blending color. It looks different, obviously, on every single skin tone. However, it's a really great blending color for most people. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take, let me get my crease brush here. So I'm going to use my crease brush with the Dusty Rose first. So I know this is one of my best-selling eyeshadows. A lot of you love this. Tell me down below if you use it. I know just the other day, one of you on here was telling me that you use Dusty Rose quite frequently. And I do too, especially, maybe not in all my videos, but in real life, in my makeup demos, or in my makeup looks every day, I use Dusty Rose so often. I love the pinks. I love the pinks and the purples. They're so pretty and they're so easy to use. So this one's also a matte. So we're getting started with this matte and I'm just kind of applying it right here in like a V. So I put it in my crease line right up here. So, and if you're looking for your crease line, you can always take the other end of your brush and kind of map out, where does your eye end? Like where's that line where your eyeball ends and it starts to become kind of skin, and then you're going up to your eyebrow bone. But if you want to find that, that's the crease line that I'm talking about. So finding that crease line and just filling it in maybe a third of the way over with this Dusty Rose. So you can see it's just kind of darkening it up just a little bit because it's so pigmented. And then I'm also just bringing it right down along my lash line as well. So there we go. Now I've got the Dusty Rose on there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a little bit of Merlot, which is this dark purple right here. It literally looks like Merlot wine. And I'm gonna apply just a little bit of that in the same spots, right over the top of where I just applied that Dusty Rose, and we're gonna blend this all out. So this is just adding a little bit more dimension and color. And pat it out. All right, now I'm gonna take my blending brush again, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna blend this all out. So little circles or windshield wipering back and forth, those are gonna be those are the two ways that I like to blend out my eyeshadow. It's the way it makes sense to me in my head. It's the way I was taught, and I have not really strayed very far from it. Just tiny little circles like this, or just back and forth right along that crease line that we found earlier. All right, so now we have that color. What I'm gonna do, you can leave it matte. If you want it to be matte, leave it matte. I love the shimmer, so you can see over here how it's got that little bit of shimmer to it. And to get that shimmer, I just took Sunlit Rose, which is almost the same color as Dusty Rose. It's just the shimmer version. And I'm just going to apply that all over everything. So it's going to kind of top it off too. One reason I love to add shimmers over the top is if you have any spots that you kind of missed just a little bit, it's a little darker out here, it's a little lighter in here, and you didn't really blend it perfectly, these sparkles and the shimmer really give a lot of forgiveness. So if you're new to makeup, I know a lot of people are like, oh, if you're over the age of whatever, then you can't wear shimmers anymore. That's not true. I don't believe in that. I believe that shimmers are beautiful at all ages. And I also believe that they can really make it a lot easier to apply your eye makeup. So you can, if you believe that, that's okay too. But I do think that sometimes it's a lot easier to use a shimmer in your eyeshadow combination, especially if you're new to eyeshadow. Mattes are also so beautiful, but I just love the way that it kind of just corrects everything. It blends it all out and makes it look so beautiful with that shimmer over the top. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my all over eyeshadow brush and I'm going to pick up Blossom down here, which you can tell I use all the time. I'm going to have to get a new one here soon, open a new one up. And I'm just putting that in my inner corner. And I'm working it just a little bit towards the center of my eye. Really highlighting this inner corner right here though. Like I said, just working it a little bit further into the middle. All right, next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Moonstone, which is this bright kind of creamy color here. And I'm gonna put that right in the inner corner too. So we brightened it up with that Blossom. I love Blossom and Biscotti a lot for the brightening purposes. So the Blossom is a little bit kind of like a light pink. Biscotti is gonna be more like a light cream. So if you want it to not be as, as bright and as standoutish, I go with the Blossom instead. Also today I'm using pink, so it mixes really nicely. Same thing with Crystalline and Moonstone. So if you want it to really pop and really stick out, Crystalline is going to be a little bit more of a bright white. Moonstone's more of a bright cream. So anyway, that's going to brighten up that area though. And then I'm also going to take just a tad underneath my brow bone here, just to make sure that it's nice and separated between where my brow is and my eye makeup. One last blend right here too. Just again, no harsh lines. We don't want any harsh lines. Next, I'm going to take Rose Gold. This is one of my best-selling eyeshadows and one of my personal favorites. So I'm going to take the Rose Gold on my eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to put it right on my lid. And you can layer this as many times as you want. That's one cool thing about these eyeshadows is you can layer them and layer them and layer them to get exactly the look or the color combination that you want. So you can see over here it's a little bit brighter, so I'm going to do one more coat of that. And the shimmer that this Rose Gold gives is just so beautiful. Okay, just like that. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take one last blend with my blending brush just to make sure, again, we have no harsh lines or anything like that, and then we're all done. So what do you think about this eyeshadow combination? Next, I'm gonna add a little bit of eyeliner. We're actually not done with the eyeshadows quite yet, almost. But I'm gonna take a little bit of eyeliner, and the eyeliner I'm gonna use today is the black crayon eyeliner. Let me grab my mirror though, so I can see here. All right, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of a line, just a thin line right on my lash line. And I think the easiest way to do eyeliner, especially crayon eyeliner, is just teeny tiny little dashes right across your lash line. And don't worry if it's, see, you can see mine's a little messy right here. That's okay, we're actually gonna fix it in just a second. You can see over on this side, it looks very straight. It looks like I spent a ton of time doing my eyeliner. I did not. I just put on my eyeliner first, just like this. And then we're gonna go in and we're actually going to correct anything that we might have messed up a little bit. So you can see it's a little wonky, and that's all right. We're gonna fix it. So I first put on the eyeliner, and that's gonna act as kind of your base, your line to follow. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my eyebrow eyeliner brush, and I'm gonna pick up on the eyeliner side, so right down here, I'm gonna pick up the Merlot. So this was the dark kind of purplish color that we were using. And I'm gonna pick up a little of that, and I'm going to just work that right across my eyeliner line here. Now what this is gonna do is it's gonna help to feather out the eyeliner so that it's not so harsh. It fixes any spots that you might have. Oh, sorry, I just knocked that. It fixes any spots that you might have kind of missed just a little bit. It's also going to give it just a little bit of a purple hue to it too, which, it's not a crazy purple hue, but it is going to match your eyeshadow combination very nicely. It's going to complement it well. So just adding a little bit of that color right over the top. I also think the powder look over the top of the eyeliner, again, it just makes it look more natural. It makes it look more professional. It doesn't look, I have no missing spots anymore. You can see how much better that looks. So what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna pick up a little bit more, and I'm gonna take just a little bit right underneath my eye. That's as far as I'm gonna go, so like 1/4 of the way, that's it. Again, we're just tying that purple look in underneath a little bit too. Okay, I did the same thing over on this side. All right, so now I've got my eyeliner on, I've got my eyeshadow on. All we have left is to do my lashes. Okay, let me grab actually I do want to put on some finishing spray too though. Hang on, let me find that as well. All right, so first let me curl my lashes. And then we're going to put on a little bit of finishing spray. So especially whenever you're doing a full face of makeup, you want your makeup to stay on all day long, right? So to keep your makeup on all day long, the two keys are going to be foundation primer and eye primer and lip primer. So your primers, and then also your finishing spray. So this acts kind of like a hairspray for your face. So it's going to set your makeup all day long. I always shake it before I use it, and you're just going to spray a couple of squirts all over your face. All right, hey, just give it a second. Try not to scowl while you're doing it. I know I do it every single time. Something about knowing that there's going to be something misting on my skin makes me like flinch every single time, but it is not a big deal. I promise it's not gonna like show any glistening. So you can see here, there's a little bit of liquid right there where it came out a little bit heavier, and it's just gonna dry. So it's gonna dry very naturally. It's not gonna add any shine to your skin. It has a little bit of a scent to it, but not really. It smells it's very neutral. It's not anything crazy. I like the scent that it has. It's just a tiny little scent though. It's not really anything crazy, but it's gonna make your makeup stay on so much longer. So if you prime and you use makeup finishing spray, your makeup should last from in the morning, whenever you put it on in the morning, until when you get home at night. It should last all day long. So primers and finishing spray are the ways to accomplish that. All right, next, and the reason I sprayed it on right now is because I do already have my mascara on this side, but I'm gonna put my mascara on with you. So when you're doing the finishing spray, you don't wanna use it right after you put on mascara, because if you close your eyes like I just did and I flinched a little bit, you're gonna end up with mascara underneath your eyes. So either spray it before you apply mascara, if you're gonna apply mascara and run right out the door, or best case scenario is do your whole makeup look, go like get changed or do whatever, and then come back and spray your face maybe 2 or 3 minutes after you apply your mascara so that it's dried just a little bit, and then that's going to set your mascara as well, which will prevent any flaking and any fallout that you might have. All right, so I'm going to put on a little bit of mascara today, and the mascara I'm using is Lash Panorama Mascara. I love this stuff. I just opened a new bottle of it today. There's nothing like a new bottle of mascara. And I know you've probably heard me say this like 100 times if you've watched my videos before, but it is so, so, so important that you change out your mascara every 3 months. It's going to prevent eye infection. It's going to prevent eyelash loss. And it's going to keep your eyelashes nice and healthy. All right, so that's coat number 1 with the Lash Panorama. Let's do one more coat here. And then I'm gonna grab my bottom lashes too. And if you're still hanging out with me, make sure you leave me a comment down below and tell me, what do you think about this eyeshadow combination and what do you think about this lip look? Also, if you have not yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video. It helps me so much. It helps YouTube know that people like my content, so it pushes it out to more people. So make sure that you do like this video and subscribe too. I appreciate you guys being here so much. If you want to see something specific, so I know I got a comment about Dusty Rose eyeshadow, so here we are demoing a Dusty Rose look. And also I do have playlists too, so if there is something specific that you love, check out my playlist. I might have a playlist that includes it. Like I have a pink eyeshadow one, I have cream makeup, I have beginner makeup, things like that. So make sure you check those out too if you're looking for something very specific. But let me know what you want to see more of, and I'm happy to create tutorials around the things that you want to see more of as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. I hope you loved this makeup look. If you're not part of my email list, make sure you join my email list. It's Christmas in July right now, which is really fun for my customers. So if you are not one of my customers yet, or if you don't already have a beauty consultant, make sure you join my email list down below, and then you'll be able to know all the things that I'm running, all the promos and the specials and all the good things, but especially for Christmas in July. So we've got a few more weeks of that, so make sure you do join my email list. And thank you so much for tuning in with me today. I'll see you back here next time. Bye!